I'm going to start with something I was just listening to and play it for you if you can hear it. And it's because a lot of what we're doing and have been doing is really based on what's called the Polyvagal Theory. And that was something that was discovered and through research and written about extensively by Dr. Stephen Porges. And I was just listening to him today, and I thought it was really relevant what he was saying related to what we do and how we're incorporating breathing in particular to shift our physiology into a state of our nervous system feeling safe, and how that's really at the underlying motivation for what it means to be a human. And when our nervous system feels safe in its environment and in its own visceral organs and all of that, that then our options for what we choose to do, how we think, our curiosity in the world, our openness to discovery, all of those things are really only available to us when our nervous system feels safe. And that's the underlying human motivation, is to have a sense in your body and in your nervous system of that safe and connected place. So let me see if I can play this. It'll be short, but see if you can hear this. I'll turn my volume up and see if you can hear this. Hang on, I'm going to admit one more person here. Hey, Marnie, jump in. I'm just playing a little clip here of Dr. Porges talking today.
Polyvagal theory explains what you gain and what you lose by feeling safe. And it also explains that feeling safe is functionally the transformative state that we're on a quest for. So if we want to think about what is the underlying motivation of being a human being, it's really to feel safe, and the metaphor I use in the arms of another appropriate mammal, because some people really feel extraordinarily safe with their pets, dogs and cats, and the closeness to the bodies and the reciprocity of the interaction has an impact on their physiology.
Yes, nice to hear you say what we gain and lose.
Yeah, I have to be careful, because when I say we lose, I really should be saying what different options we get or what opportunities, so that when we're in a physiologically defensive state, that physiological state is adaptive and useful for our survival, but not very social, and it doesn't create the neural portals that enable us to have appreciation for aesthetics or even have any form of spirituality. So that our body, basically, we can think of it as different levels. And again, we have to be careful by using the word benefits. We want the options that are available of this large cortex and this creative and mind and loving mind. We have to be in physiologically safe states so our bodies can't be defending and reacting. And of course, we all know about that we could be interacting with people and getting into what we might think is a good discussion or a good interaction. And then the person we're interacting with reads a cue from us that we don't intend to be disruptive. And that person shifts physiological state, behavioral state, and suddenly has functionally a tantrum or a reaction to us that, in a sense, will be shocking to our bodies. And then our bodies will retract in defense, and we lose all this capacity to be creative, to be spiritual, and to be connected with one another.
So I just thought that was really relevant. And breathing wise, what we've talked about over all these weeks is how breathing is a reflection of your physiological state, and also a portal into deliberately shifting your physiological state, and in particular, shifting it into what is called the ventral vagal pathway, where you feel safe and feel connected. And from that, there are lots of more beneficial, as he said, emerging properties, beliefs, thoughts, feelings, actions, those spontaneously emerge. And there's just more conscious choice, the ability to use the more sophisticated parts of our brain when we're in that state. So all that being said, let's deliberately breathe in specific ways that the research shows promotes that ventral vagal pathway. And just follow along, get comfortable. You can stay seated, you can lie down. And as we start, let's just check in with your sense of space, kind of where you are in your room, the environment around you, and just ground yourself in that space. And right now, using your cognition, reassure your nervous system that you're in a safe place. You're in your home or you're in your office, wherever you are, take note cognitively of it's safe. There aren't a lot of cues of danger wherever you are. Okay, and then just ground yourself in that space. And now let your eyes either just sort of drift closed or just not focus on any one particular object, and just sort of soften your gaze. If you are seated, feel your feet on the ground or on the earth. Feel your sit bones anchored in your seat. Get in touch with your posture. Find a posture where you're supported, where you feel at ease. It's not work to stay in that posture, but you feel sort of alert, confident, and capable. Allow your shoulders to widen and drop away from your ears. Just let them settle. Notice how your hands are, and just allow your hands to take their natural shape. They're not stretched out, they're not clenched. Just let your hands relax. Notice the muscles around your eyes. And if there's any gripping or tension in the eyes, just intend to soften those muscles around the eyes. Let that tension go. Notice where your tongue is positioned in your mouth. Let it spread along the roof of your mouth. Just let it widen and relax along the roof of your mouth. And now just check in with the amount of saliva in your mouth, and check in with the temperature of your hands and your feet. We're going to check back in later and see how that changes, because that will show you how your physiology is actually changing through deliberate breathing. So notice the saliva and the temperature of your hands and your feet. Now begin to just start to pay attention to your breathing. Start with just the sensations of the air moving in and out of your nostrils. Notice the temperature of the air. Notice the speed of the air coming in and out. Notice the length of the inhale in relationship to the length of the exhale. Not shifting or changing anything. Right now, we're just checking in with how you're breathing, the rate, any difference between inhale and exhale. And then notice just how your body is feeling in this space. Notice where you're carrying any clenching, any restrictions, any resistance, any place of discomfort, and equally any place that feels really good and feels soft and relaxed. And then back to your breathing. Okay, and start to follow the air now in the nose and down into the lungs, down into the lower parts of the lungs. And the way to connect with that is to start feeling, as you breathe in, feeling the lower rib cage moving out. So you're breathing in through the nose, and at the same time, you're feeling the lower rib cage move out as you gently guide the air in. So just focus a few breaths on feeling the link between the air coming in and the lower rib cage expanding out. And just start to slow down that inhale. Start to sense it going deeper and deeper into the lower lungs. As you breathe in, feel the rib cage gently moving out. And as you breathe out, just allow the rib cage to come back in on its own. Just following the air, concentrating on the sensations of your breathing. As you breathe in, feel the rib cage gently moving out. And as you breathe out, feel the rib cage gently moving back in. Now, with the rib cage and the nostrils, start to feel the diaphragm movement as well. So as you breathe in, feel the rib cage gently moving out and the diaphragm gently moving down. So as you breathe in, feel the diaphragm gently moving down. And that's helping to guide and to pull the air gently deeper into the lower parts of the lungs. The more efficient, the more effective place for where the gas exchange occurs. So we're pulling the air down into the lower lobes of the lungs by allowing and helping just a little bit, helping the rib cage to gently move out and the diaphragm to gently move down. And then pay attention to the rate of your breathing again. Start to slow the inhale and the exhale down more and more. With each breath, just a little bit slower, a little bit more concentrated, a little more deliberate slowing of the breath down. Breathing deeply. That doesn't mean a big breath, but it means a breath that you bring the air deep down into the lower lungs. Now let's bring in another component. So as we breathe in, we're feeling the air coming through our nose. We're feeling the rib cage move out. We're feeling the diaphragm move down. Soften the belly and just allow the belly to move out on its own as the rib cage expands out. So as we breathe in, the rib cage gently moves out. The diaphragm gently moves down and the belly softly moves out. So connect with all four of those sensations: the nostrils, the rib cage, the diaphragm, and the belly. Slowing the breathing down, concentrating on the breathing, just feeling the air coming in and out of your body, along with those sensations of the nostrils, the rib cage, the diaphragm, and the belly. And as you breathe in, the rib cage gently moving out. And as you breathe out, feel the rib cage gently moving back in. And as you breathe in, feel the diaphragm gently moving down. And as you breathe out, feel the diaphragm lifting back up. And as you breathe in, feel the belly softly moving out. And as you breathe out, feel the belly relaxing and coming back in on its own. Now we're going to deliberately change the cadence of your breathing. So to start, if you can feel your heartbeat, count the number of heartbeats you have on your inhale. If you can't feel your heartbeat, just count to yourself and count the number of beats or the number of ticks of your inhale. And before we deliberately shift, just see how it relates to your exhale. See where you are right now. If your inhale is longer than your exhale, that means you're still a little bit sympathetic. There's a little bit of mobilization. You're not quite maximizing what's called the respiratory sinus arrhythmia to really help regulate your system. So what I'd like you to do is deliberately add 1 or 2 counts or beats to the exhale. So make the exhale 1 or 2 beats or counts longer than the inhale. Not by speeding up the inhale, but by lengthening out the exhale. As you breathe in, feel the rib cage gently moving out. And as you breathe out, just relax and let that exhale lengthen. Let the rib cage come back in. Let the diaphragm gently lift back up. And let the belly relax and soften and come back in on its own, but lengthening out the exhale. If you've added 1 count to the exhale, add another count. If you've added 2, make it 3. So we're really deliberately lengthening out the exhale now, 2 or 3 counts longer, 2 or 3 beats longer than the inhale. Mouth is still closed, breathing in and out just through the nose, deep into the lower lungs. And we're training our concentration to stay on the sensations of our breath, to be grounded in the sensations in our body. So keep with that rhythm, 2 to 3 seconds or 2 to 3 beats longer on the exhale than the inhale. And as you're doing that, simultaneously, just notice any tension around your eyes and soften those muscles around your eyes a little bit more. Just let go of any tension there. Let go of any tension in the forehead or around your eyebrows, and just intend on the next exhale to just soften those muscles around your eyes and forehead a little bit more. Let the tongue relax along the roof of your mouth. Let your throat relax, neck and throat, just let it go. Keep concentrated on the flow of your breathing. Just follow the breath. Connect with what feels really, really enjoyable or relaxing or easy about the breathing. And just feel that. Feel that in your body. And if thoughts arise or bodily sensations that are distracting, just come back to the sensations of the breathing, feeling the diaphragm moving, the belly softening, the rib cage gently moving out as you breathe in and gently moving back in as you breathe out. Just feel the bodily sensations of breathing, the ease, the flow. Now we're going to keep that cadence, whatever cadence you have right now. But what we're going to do is create a little bit of air hunger, a slight, subtle desire to want to take in a little bit more air. So you do that by slowing down the movement of the rib cage on the inhale, or just slowing down the sensations in your nose on the inhale, just a little bit. Just slow it down on the inhale, a little bit less than what you were doing. So you're taking in just the slightest amount of air less than you would like to. So there's a subtle desire for wanting more air. Deliberately creating air hunger. And then complete relaxation at the end of your inhale and just letting the exhale linger, lengthen, but just let that exhale go. Not controlling the exhale at all, just releasing. A little bit of control on the inhale, deliberately taking in a little less air, a little less movement of the rib cage moving out. It's a little slower of the diaphragm moving down as we draw the air in. But then at the end of your inhale, just relax. Let the exhale go slowly, but without helping it, just letting it go. A little bit of air hunger. If you're creating too much air hunger, you might feel a sense of agitation or irritability, or maybe even a little anxiety. So that means you've created too much air hunger. Back off a little bit. Or you might feel your diaphragm fluttering. Just back off. Start taking in a little bit more air again. So it's a really subtle, fine line between creating just enough air hunger that you still stay calm and relaxed, and taking too much air hunger where you feel a little stressed. So just find that sweet spot, whatever your sweet spot is. We're just going to do another minute or two of it. So you're slowing down the inhale so much so that you feel a little desire to want more air. Slow it down so much that you can barely feel the little hairs in your nose moving. Allow your breathing to be as quiet and as easy as you can, almost as if you're not breathing. It's so quiet. It's not fast, it's still nice and slow, but it's quiet and easy. And if thoughts arise, just come right back to that sensation of breathing. Tongue is relaxed along the roof of your mouth. Muscles around your eyes are soft. Let go of any clenching in your jaw. Let your lips relax. And if it feels natural, allow your eyes to smile, or just a subtle smile in your lips. Let the shoulders drop away from your ears and open. Soften the muscles in your abdomen more and more. Just let go of any gripping in your abdomen. Let your legs be heavy. Relax your feet and your toes. And now check in with the saliva. If you hit this really right, if you created just the right amount of air hunger, you'll notice more saliva in your mouth. And check in with the temperature of your hands or your feet. You might notice they're warmer. These are physiological changes in response to increasing the CO2 in your blood, which actually promotes oxygen exchange. We need the CO2 in order for our hemoglobin to release the oxygen into our tissues. And so you just, through that little bit of breath hunger, you increase your carbon dioxide levels, which promotes more oxygen exchange. You've also helped shift your physiology more into that ventral vagal state through slowing down the breathing, So check in now with how your body feels. So let the breathing kind of go into the background, still aware of it. But now let's moving through the body and let's just see what you feel in different places. So start at the top of your head and let's work our way around your face, your eyes, your eyebrows, your nose, your mouth and lips, your ears. Just notice whatever sensations, if it feels soft and relaxed or if it feels tense, if there's pain, if there's pleasant feeling, whatever it is, you're just moving through your body while still having a background awareness of your breathing. Notice your shoulders and even start to sense, the more we do this, sense from the inside out these areas. So not just the outside in, but sense from the inside out. Notice your chest and your sternum. And then go down into your belly. Notice whatever is moving, whatever is not moving, the temperature, pressure. Go down into the pelvis and into your hips and your quadriceps and your knees and then your shins and the tops of your feet and then your toes, and then go on the bottoms of your feet, the arches, and around the heels, back of your ankles, up your calves, behind your knees, your hamstrings, and into your glutes. Come around into the tailbone, the sacrum, and work your way up your back, lower back, middle, upper, into the shoulder blades. Whatever sensations, subtle, intense you have, any discomfort. If you feel like letting your body move, just let it move, let it kind of flow, still grounded in your breathing. And then come back around to the face, the eyes, the ears, the forehead, the mouth, the jaw, and the tongue. And then kind of get an awareness of the whole body, the body as whole. The body as whole and breathing. So now combine the awareness of the body as whole with the sensations of your breathing. Expand it all out so you're feeling whole body breathing. Energy and air coming in, and then relaxing, letting go of any tension in the muscles, and just letting the breath out. And as before, breathing as easy, as slowly as your whole body wants to breathe. Feel the air coming all the way into the whole body. And then releasing. Check back in and make sure your exhales are longer than your inhales. At least a couple of beats or a couple of seconds longer. And then see if there's a natural pause at the end of your exhale before you inhale. So there's an inhale for 3 or 4 seconds, an exhale for 5 or 6 seconds, and then a 1 or 2 second pause before you repeat an inhale. Just see what your natural flow is. And if there is no pause, just intend to help yourself have a slight pause before your next inhale. And in that moment, let go of any tension. Just really drop into that pause of presence. Just completely present in that pause before taking the next inhale. Really settling into that pause at the end of the exhale. And then as you breathe in, feel the rib cage gently moving out. Feel the temperature of the air coming in and out of your nose. And feel just how good it feels to breathe easy, to breathe in and out of the nose, to breathe into the body. Just breathing, whole body breathing. Breathing as quietly and as effortlessly as your whole body can breathe. Noticing your hands and your fingers, any sensations there, the temperature, noticing the air around your hands, the space between your fingers. And then just start to soften the edges around your hands and fingers and the air. Just sort of melt into the space around you. So the whole body is breathing. And now you're starting to just soften your edges between your body and the environment around you. Just using your imagination, using your sensing to just soften the edges while still being grounded in your breathing. And see if you can start to soften the edges around your arms and your shoulders. And then up into your neck and your head, just softening the edges, whole body breathing. Thoughts arising, but coming back to the sensations. Maybe there's discomfort somewhere. Not to negate it, but just come back to the sensations of softening the edges of your whole body breathing. As you breathe in, feel the diaphragm gently moving down, filling the lower lobes of the lungs. Breathing deeply, but not big breaths, but deep breaths where you pull the air into the lower parts of the lungs. Notice the saliva in your mouth again. Notice the temperature of your hands. Just following the breath, feeling the whole body, softening the edges between your body and the environment around you. Noticing any sounds, not following, but noticing. So you're bringing in the sensations of sound, bringing in the sensation of the air around you, softening the edges, the awareness of your whole body, and then dropping into that pause at the end of the exhale, dropping into full presence, awareness, calm. Maybe it's contentment or ease, whatever it is for you. Just drop into that embodied feeling. And if it's something that you would like to have more of, an internal resource of some kind that would really make a big difference for you in your life these days, whatever it is, in a relationship, really just intend to help that land in your nervous system, whatever that feeling is, whatever that embodied experience is that you're having, help it land by staying in it, helping intensify it in your body, in your breathing. Notice how you're breathing in relation to it. Notice how you're carrying your body. Notice any thoughts or cravings related to it, any desires. And just sort of embody and hold the experience. Just for a few more breaths, let it settle into your nervous system. That's how our bodies learn. That's how we reshape the structure and function of our nervous system. And if you start to drift off in other thoughts or planning what you have to do, again, just come back to the whole body breathing, the experience you're having that would be beneficial to have more of, whatever that state is for you, with the intent of making it a more lasting trait because it would really be useful or helpful. Noticing sounds, noticing thoughts arising and fading, and then you just resting in that presence, in that stillness. And even if it's only at the end of the exhale, for that moment before you inhale, just notice you're able to rest in presence. Allow your nervous system to really feel a sense of okayness, enoughness. Maybe it's not perfect, but at least right here, right now, your body is okay. You're breathing really easily. Feels good to breathe. You're feeling a certain way that would be really useful or beneficial. You're in a safe environment. You're with other people who also want to take care of themselves. Just allow your nervous system to feel a sense of safety, a sense of satisfaction, you're okay, and a sense of connection to others while your whole body is breathing. Mouth is closed, tongue is relaxed along the roof of your mouth. Muscles around your eyes are soft, letting go of any clenching. And now you're actually not even really trying to breathe. You're just witnessing. You're just present in the body breathing, the body in a state of relaxed calm, calm strength, relaxed centeredness, clarity, whatever it is for you. Just really pay attention to that, not making it happen. It is part of you. It's a resource you already have. As you breathe in, feel the diaphragm gently moving down. And as you breathe out, feel the diaphragm slowly, easily coming back up. If you can feel your heartbeat, notice how as you breathe in, your heart rate slightly rises. The space between your beats shortens. And notice how as you lengthen out that exhale, the heartbeat slows. The space between your beats gets larger. Really see if you can feel the shift in your heartbeat, how it increases slightly as you inhale and how it slows as you exhale. See if you can get in tune with that natural flow of the heart rate increasing, speeding up on the in, decreasing, slowing down on the out. Keep lengthening out the exhale. Keep breathing deep into the lungs. Whole body's breathing, but now you're also noticing the beat of your heart. Noticing how it speeds up and slows down. And if you can't feel your heartbeat, just intend to. Just pay attention. It'll come at some point. Relaxing the muscles around your mouth. Letting the hands soften into their natural shape. Letting your toes relax, your feet widen. Just whole body breathing. Just heartbeat increasing as we breathe in and slowing down as we breathe out. Resting in your own awareness, awareness of thoughts arising and fading, sounds coming and going, desires appearing and fading. Noticing the transience of the experience of you, how it changes, keeps moving, keeps flowing. Rest in that awareness, in that state of calm ease, capability, awareness. And now, as we're going to come out of this, just start to bring in more of the senses again. So start to hear more sounds around you. Start with sounds near you and then expand out. So start in your room and then go even further out, maybe outside. Still grounded in your breathing, still grounded in your body. And then let your eyes start to open, start taking in your environment. Start letting your body move a little bit if you feels natural. Just kind of let yourself come back into the environment, back into the day, while maintaining that sense of groundedness in your body, in your awareness, and in particular, recognizing your physiological state right now. And come up with a word that describes it for you, whether it's calm strength, whether it's confidence, whatever it is for you. And just stay grounded in that as you move into the rest of the day. Thank you, guys. was awesome.